Who is Jesus Christ's chosen people? Who is Jesus' chosen people?
Everybody. God is going to be able to help anybody.
We're going to show the historical records, the history, and all the facts. You are going to cause confusion because you are of your father, the devil. We got a black Jesus. We showing that this is the damn devil that you believe in. You are teaching the doctrine of your slave master. Humble down and listen. You're talking to Bible scholars. All of us out here are Bible scholars.
It's disrespect the way you guys come up. When somebody is trying to have a dialogue with you.
We're gaining the understanding, trying to save somebody from being lost, and that you are trying to destroy. I do know you. I know you by your look, I know you by your spirit, and I know you by your speech. Bring it out. Yes, this is being recorded. You're going to be YouTube famous. Jesus Christ got a chosen people. Who is Jesus Christ's chosen people? Who is Jesus' chosen people?
Everybody.
Do you say Jesus' chosen people and everybody?
Listen.
Do you say Jesus' chosen people and everybody?
Yes.
Yes.
That's the thing. When God created everybody, He must love everybody. But let's see what the Bible say. Go to Romans chapter 9.
Okay, what Bible y'all read?
The King James Version. Show it. The whole show it.
I just want to know.
Let's see what the Bible say. Romans 9. We're gonna start at verse. Start at verse 3. Start at verse 3. You ready? Romans 9, verse 3. King James Version. If God created everybody, who is God's people? Read it.
Romans chapter 9 and verse 3.
You got it right there, Mr. Keith. Romans 9, verse 3 now.
But look, when you ask the question,
I want you to follow along.
People, you should say, who is God's people?
Right.
According to the flesh.
We have to read it. We have to read it.
Wait.
We have to read it.
But when you say who is God's people according to the flesh, right? According to the scriptures, because we're talking about the scriptures.
Right.
You can't just use one scripture to understand.
We're going to read about 10 scriptures.
It's who is
We're
God's
going to read 10 scriptures.
Listen to me.
Do you believe in the Bible?
It's who is God's people.
Romans chapter 9 and verse 3. For I could wish that myself were accursed from Christ.
This is Paul speaking.
For my brethren, my kinsmen, according to the flesh.
What's the word it say, sis?
The flesh. That's what I just
according to the flesh. The flesh meaning like what? That's right. So we saying the same thing. Your flesh is black. We are a black people. We African American. The flesh is what he's saying.
No, but that's not what they're speaking of.
Did Jesus have a flesh?
He's talking about what the worldly. Worldly, you got spiritual and then you got flesh.
Right.
Okay, so then the flesh.
Right. Like worldly people stuff.
Yeah,
the flesh means like you may be smoking, you may be drinking, you operating in the flesh. That's not what you're saying?
No.
What you're saying?
I'm saying the
Come on.
flesh, okay, you can speak in the spirit.
Right.
And you can speak in the flesh.
Come on.
The flesh is what we call...
Let me help you out. The flesh is right here. Your kinsmen, your own people.
There is wisdom. Let him that... Hey, I'm just saying you watching the video. Listen, go ahead and press that subscribe button. IUIC Mississippi.
Jump up to verse 9.
Press the button.
So watch this. So 13 verse 9.
You tell us to go one scripture to you say we pull one scripture. You just pull one scripture. John 3:16. We're gonna stop right there. Where you want to read at? We're gonna read what we want to read at. Start at verse 14.
Verse 14.
Brother.
Verse 14.
What are you guys?
And as Moses lifted up the serpent,
we're gaining the understanding, trying to save somebody from being lost, and that you are trying to destroy. You teaching that all-inclusive doctrine. Jesus died for everybody. Jesus did not die for everybody. You are being misled. You are teaching the doctrine of your slave master. Humble down and listen. You're talking to Bible scholars. All of us out here are Bible scholars. Yes.
That's right. And as Moses lifted up the serpent in the wilderness.
As Moses, historical reference, lifted up the serpent in the wilderness. We have verse 14 we were going to read down. In context, read.
Even so must the Son of Man be lifted up.
Even so must who?
The Son of Man.
Who is that? Christ.
Right. Be lifted up.
Be lifted up, read.
That whosoever believeth in him.
As Moses lifted up the serpent in the wilderness. Where do you read that history?
Bring it out.
Answer that.
Teacher.
No. Answer that.
Teacher.
Where did you read that history of Moses lifting up a serpent in the wilderness?
You some confused
Answer
brothers,
that.
Y'all confused.
Answer that. Are you going to run from it?
Let me say this.
He's going to run from it.
I'm just gonna
Are you going to run from it? Answer.
I'm going to answer you. Let me say this.
He's running from it. Read.
It's no
You
way.
read it back in
It's
Numbers. Let's
no
go back
way
to Numbers. Numbers
that
21.
You guys are going to be able to help anybody.
We're going to show
When
the
you're trying
historical
to out-talk
records, the
everybody.
history, and all the facts.
No.
You are going to cause confusion
No,
because
I'm
you
not
are of
gonna
your
cause
father, the devil.
That's right.
Numbers chapter 21 and verse 6.
Bring it out.
And the Lord sent fiery serpents among the people, and they bit the people, and much people of Israel died.
What happened?
And much people of Israel died.
Moses sent, the Lord sent what? Fiery serpents? Read.
Therefore the people came to Moses and said, we have sinned, for we have spoken against the Lord
Read.
and against thee. Pray unto the Lord that he take away the serpents from us. And Moses prayed for the people.
Jump down to verse 9.
Verse 9, and Moses made a serpent of brass.
A serpent of what?
A serpent of brass.
The same serpent, Mr. Keith, that's on the back of the ambulance. That's
Right,
the symbol
right.
for the
Bring it
medical
out, huh?
field.
Right.
The same serpent that's on a brass pole.
Right.
Moses made that in the wilderness in the book of Numbers.
Right.
Look all around. Look at the historical facts. We got a black Jesus. We showing that this is the damn devil
Right.
that you believe in. You
Right.
think that this man died for everybody? We got signs of slavery.
Bring
Did
it
it
out.
actually happen?
Right.
The children of Israel.
Right. Tell me what
I know what you believe in,
know
because
what
you
I
said
believe.
God love everybody and you don't know.
That's
I do know you.
Right.
No, you
I
don't
know you by your look, I know
Right.
you by your spirit, and I know
Right.
you by your speech.
Bring it out.
Read.
You don't know me.
Verse 9, and Moses made a serpent of
Still
brass.
have not addressed the wilderness reference. Moses lifted up a brass serpent to the children of Israel. Yes, this is being recorded. You're going to be YouTube famous. Read.
And put it upon a pole. And it came to pass that if a serpent had bitten any man,
Read.
when he beheld the serpent of brass, he
Read.
lived.
Read.
And the children of Israel
The who?
And the children of Israel.
No, everybody.
And the children of Israel
Don't even
set
give a
forward
person an
and pierced in a
opportunity to
bull.
ask a
That's what happened. Go back to John 3, verse 14.
Bring it out.
This is the understanding of the Bible.
Bring
You
it
don't want
out.
it. You don't want it. You come on with your question. Come on with your question. Come with your question.
No, you just,
Come with your question.
you guys don't give a person an opportunity to ask.
I gave you 10 minutes over there to talk.
No,
You
man.
talk, I talk, you try to shut me down. You can talk right now. Talk.
Shalom, Israel. This is Bishop Nathaniel. I want you to know that you can view all our Sabbath classes live on IUIC TV. That's right, I said on IUIC TV. Download the app today. Shalom.
You see the way you just got through saying that?
Talk. Speak your point.
Let me just-
Humbly, I'm listening. Humbly, I'm listening. The world is
you
listening.
still talking.
Go ahead.
Right. It's disrespect. The way you guys come off when somebody is trying to have a dialogue with you.
Come on.
You don't even give a person an opportunity to respond or to say nothing.
Go ahead.
You just read stuff
Go ahead.
and don't even give a person an opportunity to ask you a question about what you read.
Go ahead.
You don't even explain what you read.
All that is BS. I just told you to explain numbers. I said you're going to run from it or answer it. It's on camera. I told you to explain numbers. We can run the tape back. You are full of it and you are causing confusion.
Bring it out.
Nation is men leading by example.